Hi students, I'm very happy to invite you all for this session. In this session, you are going to learn the chapter 18 EDI Electronic Data Interchange, chapter 18. So here you are going to learn from this chapter, you are going to learn how the trade has been happened between different companies without paper. That is what you are going to learn here. EDI, the expansion of EDI is electronic data interchange. So it is nothing. Electronic data interchange is the exchange of business document between the trade, from one trade to another trade, which means one partner to another partner. It is transferred through a dedicated channel or through an internet without much human intervention. That is what EDI here. And the EDI, which is used to transfer documents such as delivery notes, invoices, purchase orders, advance ship notice, functional acknowledgements, etc., from one company to another company. These documents are transferred from one company to another company through computers, from one computer to another computer. So the issuing company to that of the receiving company with great time saving. Because of using EDI, we can save our time. We can save our time because of using EDI. Yes. So next one, because of using EDI, we can avoid errors also while writing the details or while purchasing the orders. While writing, we will make some errors, or while purchasing the orders of paper communication, we will make some errors. Because of using EDI, it is used to avoid the errors. Before the popularization of EDI, internet-based e-commerce. Before the popularization of e-commerce, internet-based e-commerce, it was major e-commerce model, which means the EDI was major e-commerce model. EDI includes data exchange between buyers and sellers, trade partners, and also internal data exchange within departments of a company. Within the departments of a company, we are able to exchange the data electronically. That is what EDI. So next one is, there are main international accepted EDI standards are there, namely Edifact, XML, ANSI AAC, X12, etc. So EDI is paperless trade, and EFT, electronic transfer, is paperless payment. Because of using EDI, we are able to transfer the money from one company to another company through internet, which means through electronically also. So next one is, who invented the concept of EDI? Mr. Edward A. Gilbert. He is also known as the father of EDI. In 1960s, he only found the concept EDI. In this EDI, some notified details will be there. The notified details are what was the contained in the shipment, what is the object you are going to transfer from one company to another company. That is the first major detail. And next one is, who was delivering the cargo. Cargo is nothing but it is a parcel. Who is going to deliver the cargo from one company to another company? That was the major details contained his EDI. So next one is, In later 1960s, shipping line, railroads, airlines, and truck companies of USA were exchanging electronic data between those companies. Later, the result is what? While exchanging the data with the help of EDI, they met some problems while transfer the goods. In 1968, the companies grouped together among themselves and formed the Transportation Data Coordinating Committee TDCC to develop EDI standard formats. This was the first company developed EDI format. And next one is in 1975, first EDI standard were released by TDCC. Before that, they tried in 1960s. They tried passing the messages through EDI, but it resulted many problems. In 1978, TDCC developed first EDI standard were released by TDCC, which Edi Gilbert was major contributor in this group in 1975. In this group, Edi Gilbert was a major contributor to develop EDI standard format. In 1977, a group of supermarket companies in 1977 group of supermarket companies and their business partners begin drafting and using EDI project. After the invention of EDI standard in the year 1975, in 1977, a group of supermarket companies and their business partners begin drafting. Begin drafting is nothing but they have started to use EDI project. The TDCC is renamed after 1978. The TDCC was renamed as Electronic Data Interchange Association in 1978. The TDCC name has been renamed as Electronic Data Interchange Association in 1978. Later in that year, the EDIA was undertaken by the American National Standard Institute and becomes the ANSI X12 committee. This EDIA was undertaken by ANSI, American National Standard Institute, and it becomes the EDIA becomes ANSI X12 committee. Since then, this committee is responsible for the publications of EDI standards. After that, what was the what are all the EDIA standards was released? That is fully responsible of ANSI only. Later in 1985, UN created Edifact to assist the global reach of technology in e-commerce. Later 1985, after 1985, United Nations created the Edifact electronic data interchange format for administration, electronic data interchange for administration and commerce trade. That is what uh, expansion of Edifact. It was created by UN, United Nations. Edifact is the most widely used EDI. Edifact is a standard format to change the data electronically, and it was the most widely used EDI format. Next one is types of EDI. So many types are there. First one is direct EDI, second one is EDI via WAN, third one is EDI via FTP VPN, SFTP, FTPS. The fourth one is web EDI. The last one is mobile EDI. Direct EDI is nothing but the message has been passed over point to point. It establishes a direct communication between various business stakeholders and partners individually. They are going to meet directly. The two partners are going to meet directly. This type of EDI suits to larger businesses with a lot of day to day business transactions. Next one is EDI via WAN. WAN, the expansion of WAN is value added network. This type of EDI is transferred with support of third party network service providers, because if you are not able to send the message from one company to another company, you can use another company's network to transfer the data. That is what happens here while using EDI via WAN. They are going to use third party network service providers. Many businesses prefer this network model to protect them from the updating ongoing complexities of network technologies. Because of network problem, many companies are preferring this type of model to transfer the message from one place to another place and updating the messages at time. Next one is EDI via FTP, VPN, FTP, SFTP and FTP. Yes, these are all nothing but these are all protocols. They are going to pass over the message from one company to another company with the help of these protocols. Next one is web EDI. They are going to pass the messages from websites. That is what web EDI. Web-based EDI conducts EDI using a web browser via the internet. It may be a Google Chrome, it may be Internet Explorer or Safari or UC browser, whatever it may be. With the help of these web browser and a website, they are going to transfer the data from one company to another company. Web-based EDI is easy and convenient for small and medium organizations. Small and medium sized organizations, web-based EDI is very easy and convenient to transfer the message. Next one is mobile EDI. When smartphones or other such handheld devices are used to transfer EDI document, it is called as mobile EDI. If we are using mobile to transfer the data from one place to another place, that is called as mobile EDI. So next one is advantages of EDI. What are the advantages are there while using EDI? EDI was developed to solve the problems inherent in paper-based transaction processing and in other formats of electronic communications. And it is alternate to passing the message of paper-based. While using EDI, we will have a lot of advantages. The advantages are improving services to end users. We can send the message fastly, and next one is increasing productivity. We can save time because of sending the messages through EDI. We can save time. In that time, we can product more things. That is what increasing productivity. Next one is minimizing errors. Because of sending the messages through EDI, the errors has been minimized. So next one is slashing response times. Slashing is nothing but decreasing. After sending the EDI, after sending the messages through EDI, immediately we will get a response from the end side. Automation of operations. Automation is nothing but if you set a time to send the message, it will send the message automatically by the time. Next one is cutting cost. Cutting cost is nothing but if you are send a man to convey a message from one place to another place, the travel allowance for that man is expensive. Because of using EDI, we can cut the cost and we can save money also. Next one is integrating all business and trading partners. Because of using EDI, we are able to connect the people easily and we can interconnect all the business together and trading partners. So next one is providing information on process status. We are able to provide the information at a time. Next one is optimizing financial ratios. These are all the advantages of EDI. Next one is EDI layers. What are the layers are there while sending a message through EDI? The first layer is semantic layer, second layer is standards translation layer, third one is transport layer, fourth one is physical layer. Each and every layer has its own work. These EDA layers describes how data flows from one computer to another computer. With the help of these four layers only, the message is going to be transferred from one computer to another computer. These EDA layers describes how the data flows from how the data is going to send from one computer to another computer. Next one is EDI components. There are more, four major components are there in EDI. The first one is standard document format, second one is translate and mapper, third one is communication software, fourth one is communication network. So first one, standard document format. In which format we are going to send the data, that is the first component. Second one is translator and mapper. Even though we are sending the message in English, computer doesn't understand our human language, and it will translate the human language to computer language, and it will map the message what I have sent to the computer language and communication software. The third one is communication software. What is the software I'm going to use to transfer the message from one computer to another computer? Next one is communication network. What network I'm going to use, internet or online or mobile? What is the communication network I'm going to use to transfer the data from one place to another place? That is the last component. So next one is EDI standards. EDI standard is the most critical part of the entire EDI. Since EDI is the data transmission and information exchange in the form of an agreed message format, it is important to develop unified EDI standards. EDI standard which is used to develop EDI standards. Already I have explained you the first industry specific EDI standard was TDCC. TDCC was the first company to develop a EDI format in 1975, and Edward A. Gilbert was the major contributor to develop EDI. Since the application of EDI has become more mature, the target of trading operations is often not limited to a single industry. After the invention of EDI, many companies has been started to use EDI. That is what they are trying to say here. In 1979, the American National Standards Institute Accredited Standard Committee ANSI developed the wider range of EDA standard called ANSI X12. In 1979, ANSI AAC has been developed another EDA format called ANSI X12. On the other hand, the European region has also developed an integrated EDA standard known as GTDI, Guideline for Trade Data Interchange. And this ANSI X12 was developed by United Nations of America. And the European countries together combined together, and they have developed an interchange format called GTDI. ANSI X12 and GTDI have become both, two regional EDA standards in North America and Europe respectively. The GDTI was developed by European countries, and ANSI X12 was developed by United Nations of America. So next one is UN Edifact, United Nations Edifact. The expansion of Edifact is nothing electronic data interchange for administration, commerce and transport. For the commerce and transport, they have developed IDI standard. In 1987, UN Edifact syntax rules were approved as ISO International Standard Organization. The UN Edifice was approved by USO in 1987. The certification number is ISO 9735 for UN Edifact. Edifact includes a set of internationally agreed standards. These Edifacts includes a set of internationally agreed standards, catalogs how to send the data and how to receive the data, what are the message has been contained in the body. That was the set of internationally agreed standards. It has the Edifact has. So next one is it is a cross industry. Edifact is nothing. UN Edifact is it is a cross industry standard data format of electronic data for commercial transactions. This Edifact model has been developed for commercial transactions. Maintenance and further development of this standard goes through the United Nations. So the upgradation everything has been visualized by Edifact, UN Edifact only. Next one is Edifact directories. The versions of Edifact directories is also called as directories. The versions of Edifact are also called as directories. These Edifact directories will be revised twice in a year. The versions, what are the versions are there? Under Edifact many versions are there. The many versions are known as directories here. The Edifact directories are revised twice in a year on 1st April and 1st October. Edifact directories have name like D.18b. Edifact subsets. Due to the complexity, branch specific subsets of Edifact have developed. These subsets Edifact include only the functions relevant to the specific user groups. Avoid the complexity, they have created subsets for Edifact. For example, CEFIC is for chemical industry, next one is for furniture industry, Edigas is for gas industry. Because of avoiding the complexity, they have developed subsets for Edifact. So next one is Edifact structure. The Edifact structure is just it is like a hierarchical structure where the top level is referred to as an interchange. The lower level contained messages, multiple messages. These messages consist of segments, which in turn consist of composites. So next one is segment tables. The segment table contains M and C. M is mandatory, it should be contained. C is conditional. Conditional is nothing, may or may not be referred. If M is there, you have to refer. If C is there, may or may not refer there. That is what M and C. So next one, these are all the segments of EDI. So next one is EDI interchange. Interchange is also called as envelope. The top level of Edifact structure is interchange. This is what called as interchange. The top level is interchange and the lower level has multiple messages. The lowest level has multiple messages. The top level starts with the UNB and ends with the UNZ. Edifact message. Next one, the next topic is Edifact message. The basic standardization concept of Edifact message is that there are uniform message types called United Nations standard messages. So it has a standard message type called United Nations standard message. In so-called subsets, the message types can be specified deeper in their characteristics depending on their sector. These message types, all of which always have exactly one nickname. For each and every message type has one nickname consisting of 6 uppercase English alphabets. Each and every message has 6 uppercase English alphabets. The message begins with the UNH and ends with the UNT. The highest level, electronic data interchange starts with the UNB and ends with the UNZ. Edifact message has been started with UNH and ends with the UNT. service message to confirm reject message. After getting a service message, you have to confirm or you have to reject. For that, two buttons will be there. One is control, another one is AppRack. One is control, syntax check and confirmation of arrival of message. AppRack, technical error message and acknowledgement. If there is any technical error, we have to tell them and we have to acknowledge that. Next one is data exchange. Caramel, Delpho and IFTM BC. Caramel is for multiple credit advice. Delpho is for delivering forecast. The third one IFTM BC for booking the confirmation. Next one is Edifice segment. The Edifice segment is subset of message. It is a subset of message. A segment is 3-character alphanumeric code. The Edifice segment has 3-character as well as alphanumeric code also. These segments are listed in segment tables. This is what segment table. In this segment table, this segment has been listed. Segment may contain one or several related user data elements. So next one is artifact elements. The elements are the piece of actual data. These elements are the piece of actual data. So these elements contained as a message. These data elements may be either simple or composite. These elements may be simple or composite. So next one is example of artifact message DTM, and next one plus 11 and colon 200 606 200 730 and 203. This whole line is called a segment. This whole line is called a segment. This meaning of each line, each and every letter has its own meaning. Let us explain one by one. Let I explain one by one. DTM is the segment identifier. It is used to identify the segment, and it indicates that the following data is date and time information. This DTM indicates the following data is date and time. Next one is 11 is the data element. This 11 is the data element. In this example, a qualifier describes what kind of event is meant. So in this example, it is going to be explain you what kind of data is meant here. So next one is this one. It is another till 730, another element. Here it represents the date in the format of CCYYMM DDHHMM. CC is nothing but that is a composite, and next one is YY is year, MM is month, DD is date, HH is hour, MM is minute. So see here 06 is year, 06 is month, and 20 is date, and next one is 730 is hour. 07 is hour. This is 07 is hour, 30 is minute, and 203 is also an element. 203 is an identifier for the date format. CC is century, 20th century, and next one YY is year, 2006. Month is 6 June month, and next one is date. Next one is EDI separators. So Edifact has the following punctuations. The Edifact message also has some punctuations to split up the message. First one is apostrophe. Apostrophe is used to terminate the segment. Next one is plus sign. Plus sign is segment tag and data element separator. Colon is component data element separator. Question mark is release character. Question mark is used for releasing the character. Dot is also known as period. Dot is also known as period, and this is for using a decimal point. So this is an example for Edifact message. So see here The message has been starts with the UNB and ends with the UNZ. See, UNZ. And next one is this one UNH. EDI is started with UNB and ends with the UNZ. And next one is this one. EDI message has been started with the UNH and ends with the UNT. That is what they have given here. See here, UNT and start end with the UNT and start with the UNH. This is from this to this is called as Edifice Message. The whole information is known as Edifice Interchange. So students, with this you have understand very well these concepts, I hope. And thank you all for the watching videos. Prepare well for the exam. Thank you all once again.